EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Ford Field. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 31-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Off the play fake, here's Allen. He's going to air one out right away. That is hard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. That's to Cooper again. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
In motion, Shakir. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on third down. Allen working from the pistol. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive in an early 6 points.
A design run here for Allen. And he will take it in and tack on the 2 points to make it 8-0. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Right to the air, here's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. Oh, big hole left side. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are back within a point. It's 8-7. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. On 3rd down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be taken down.
Nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. The Bills with the early advantage. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. The ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And he's in. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's to the right side and incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. It's 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Here we go on 4th down with Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have the Bills first down. The defense a little lax there. They gave up 9, facing 4th and 4. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. From the gun, Josh Allen. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, Shakir. Here's Allen to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the ground, this is James Cook. And the Bills are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Second and a yard. On play action, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Cooper going in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Allen to throw. He keeps it himself.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Allen will throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down, Bills.
They'll go play action here with Allen. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And he's got another one. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. So this is going to be the final play of the half. No time left on the clock. They'll try to add 2 more to this lead before halftime. That'll be caught, and he gets into the end zone. A perfect finish to this half. They get the touchdown on the final play and top it off with a 2-point conversion. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And that one will not be returned over the back line of the end zone, so the offense will get the ball at a decent spot, the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. Inside the 35. And he is unstoppable. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Cooper going in motion. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Allen. That's caught downfield by Cooper. A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Bills first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
In motion, Shakir. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Allen. That is intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick 6 changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen going to give it to Cook. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Buffalo.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Allen working from the pistol. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth, each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Here's Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Curtis Samuel, touchdown Buffalo. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to...
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Back to the air, it's Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Now, a big 3rd down.
Shell.
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on fourth and long. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover